Hey YouTube, Fred here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Sony MDR-NC7s. They're a pair of pretty inexpensive noise cancelling headphones that you can pick up for about $50 at Walmart, and I'm pretty sure you can find it pretty cheap in other places. Now what you get in the packaging is a blister pack, and you get this soft neoprene bag here just to kind of throw the headphones in. It's not made for any type of drop protection or getting crushed. It's on its own. And you also get this airline adapter here. It folds up, and it's silver plated, or well, not silver plated, but it's silver. Yeah. And then as for the headphones themselves, of course, you have this all plastic design here, which doesn't really feel all that cheap. There are places where it kind of creaks a little bit on the headphones itself, but you don't really notice it that much when you're actually using it. So the all plastic design doesn't really feel all that cheap, and it has this nice little hinge design at the top here. It's not really a screw or anything that I can see. It's kind of a springish type. Yeah. It's a spring in it. You can kind of see the silver ring. Anyway, and it allows it to fold up really compactly before you put it in the bag or whatever. So along with the swiveling and pivoting ear cups, so you can fold it up, and then when you put it in the case, you're gonna want to kind of wind up the cable itself, because this is a thin cable like a normal cable, so you shouldn't expect them not to tangle up, because they will. Also, you have the gold 3.5mm headset jack, which is a 90-degree jack, which I prefer over the straight jacks, just because it doesn't protrude as much when you're using it in a closed area, or just when you kind of use it with an iPod or something, you have it in your pocket. It just kind of, it doesn't stick out. So the next thing you're going to get into these headphones with, of course, is the sound quality. And I've had kind of mixed feelings about it. At some points it seems like it's better, and sometimes it seems like it's worse, and it's just because it depends on the music you're listening to, and it really depends on the song. It sounds better on one song than it does on the next, and that's one bad thing about these headphones. They're really inconsistent as far as overall sound quality goes. You have to have the noise canceling on to get the best sound from these headphones, and that's one thing that bothered me, because I think this just sound good with or without noise canceling on, and maybe that's just how it is with all noise canceling headphones. This is my first pair, so I'm not too sure, but at the same time, you have to have the noise canceling on to get the best sound. And another thing with the noise canceling, in my opinion, is that it's not really noise canceling. It just makes the music a bit louder, and I'm going to show you that in a second. That's why I have the laptop on here. When you turn the noise canceling on, well, first of all, I have to show you that when you turn the noise canceling on, you get this red LED light here, and when you turn it off, of course, you get nothing. It shows a bit pink in the video, but it's red. And on the left side here, you get the battery door for the battery. It's a AAA battery and doesn't drain all that much. But anyway, back to what I was saying. When you turn on noise canceling, I noticed that the bass and the low end parts of the music got a bit louder. And I have this song queued up here. It's Clean by Mr. Scruff. For some reason, it's on all Windows 7 computers, so I'm just going to use that because it works out pretty well to hear. So another thing about these headphones is that you have to have them at a pretty high volume before you can kind of get the quality too. Like using it with a phone or iPod or something, you're not going to get everything out of it, simply because it doesn't get loud enough for these headphones to sound good. And it's another bad thing. You shouldn't have to turn your headphones all the way up for them to sound good. It's just kind of, So this is Clean by Mr. Scruff. I'm gonna have this speaker facing you so you can hear it, and this one so you know the difference between when the noise canceling is on and when it's off. So you can see that once the noise canceling on, hopefully you could hear it, that the noise canceling, once the noise canceling comes on, the music itself gets a bit deeper and it sounds a bit better overall once you turn the noise canceling on. Wow, I'm getting tongue tied today. So that's one thing about these headphones. If you're gonna use them, you're gonna have to have that AAA battery in so that you can use the noise canceling, because without it, it just kind of sounds a bit dry and empty. So my final verdict on these headphones is that for a $50 pair of headphones, they're pretty good. You shouldn't expect any Beats by Dre or Grottos or anything like that, any of that stature of quality from any headphones like this, because for one thing, they're $50, and for two, you got them from Walmart. And not saying that Walmart doesn't have good stuff, but it's just, well, I got them from Walmart anyway. But so, and one last thing I want to mention about these headphones before I close out the review, before it gets too long, is that while I've been using them, I've noticed a bit that for one, my ears get a bit warm, and two, it just feels like it's pressure on your ear, and maybe that's because it's an on-ear design instead of an over-ear, and maybe the on-ear design just isn't for me. But at the same time, I feel like since it's an all-plastic design, and since it's so light, I shouldn't have to feel the pressure on my ear. It should just be a light headphone, and it should feel pretty good. But that's it. Like I said, these are the Sony MDR-NC7s. They're pretty good if you want just a pair of kind of cheap headphones that you just kind of pull out when you need something to listen to. You don't know where your good pair went. Just kind of happen with mine. Yeah, you can get these. Don't expect too much out of them though.